Before I get started, I just want to say this is a full and detailed review, so spoiler alert is right now. Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday to you, and I have a new book review. I love this author so much. Her book just came out recently, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it because I purchased it, I read it, I finished it literally just a few hours ago, and I completed my review for it, or written up my review for it, and I'm ready to just kind of present it to you, just like a book report. I love it. So I love her series that she has done. This book is called The Secret, and it's by Kristen Proby. Now, this book is starting her new series of her Single in Seattle series, which is a spin-off from the With Me in Seattle series. I'm just super excited to talk about this, so let's just go ahead and read the blurb, and then I will recap, review, and then rate the book overall. So let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we? Vaughn is everything I'm supposed to stay away from. Sexy, cocky, and famous, sorry. Ultra famous. I grew up in a family full of wealthy celebrities. My father, Luke Williams, is the celebrity of them all. A superstar, actor, and producer, my father knows the downside of living in the spotlight. And because of that, he sheltered my siblings and me from everything Hollywood entailed. We didn't attend premieres, we weren't photographed, there were no friendships with other celebrities' kids, or other celebrities' children. The limelight couldn't touch us. But now at 25, I'm ready to start my life but now at 25, I'm ready to start my life working for my father's production company in downtown Seattle, until Vaughn Barrymore walks through the door. He can't keep his hands off me. He's completely forbidden, but I can't help falling for this sweet, complicated man. When, and it's when, not if, my family finds out that I've been keeping this secret, will I have to choose between the man I love and those who mean the most to me? Or by some miracle, can I have both? Alright. I gotta say, during the prologue, it's nice to see how Luke is at parenting 15-year-old Olivia. It's actually really cute. Anyway. In the beginning of the book, and basically from the first chapter, Olivia has a job as a costume designer for Luke's company. She uses her mom's maiden name since she doesn't want anyone to think she deserves special treatment because she's Luke Williams' daughter. And it is understood why. I completely understand it. You know, she also has a problem with Vaughn Barrymore since he didn't show up for his fitting the day before she actually officially meets him. And it's an appointment to just take his measurements for his fitting for the movie that her dad's producing. But of course, like I said, he doesn't show up until the next day, and it's a very impromptu fitting. So this impromptu fitting appointment ends with Vaughn just kissing Olivia, which gives her quite an afternoon because she meets him at an address and like an hour later. Wow, talk about a first meeting. Wow, okay. That just sets the tone for the rest of this book. So Vaughn tells Olivia he wants to see her again outside of work, but Olivia says that it's not a good idea. And Vaughn, however, says he will work to change her mind. He will get her to change her mind. So Olivia goes home and sees her cousin Stella at their house. So Olivia lives with her cousins. She lives with Stella, Drew, and Aaron. Stella looks up at her and immediately knows, just immediately knows she did something. But she doesn't know with who yet. Olivia caves in and tells her. And you get the feeling Stella just wants the details. But she tells Olivia firsthand, you know, your dad's gonna kill you. And although Stella knows the risks, Olivia is afraid of her dad finding out, she does remind her that she is an adult and she can date or sleep with anyone she wants to. Vaughn in the beginning seems to be such a cocky guy, like he's God's gift. And he comes to Olivia's office and flirts, kisses, and then teases her and basically tells her that she is going to dinner with him or coming over to his house later. And she ends up not going. She does. She ends up not going. She basically ghosts him. And, you know, instead she goes out with a different actor named Adam Carter, who she met at the office taking measurements. Just taking his measurement and so on for his costume. And he somehow ends up with her phone number from his assistant, and they actually end up going out, but he gets the gist that she's just not into the date, or she's just not into hanging out with him in a romantic level, so they just kind of agree to be friends, which is good, and you know, he doesn't seem to mind that. So Olivia and Stella find a photo of Vaughn with a beautiful woman taken that night that Olivia was supposed to go to Vaughn's place. And it shouldn't matter to Olivia, but it does because he did make plans with her, and yet he went out with another woman, but yet does she have any kind of right to complain because she went out with another guy? Are they both in the wrong? Vaughn admits he can't stop thinking about Olivia to his best friend Jamal, who is a football player. And Jamal's wife Kelly is just enjoying Vaughn feeling like how he does for Olivia, because it's like finally somebody could tame him. In all honesty, I'm enjoying it too. I like seeing this guy sweat a little bit. And he sends a text message to Olivia kind of apologizing to her for his behavior. And she shows up at his place willing to actually talk with him in person, and she sees that he's kind of watching Jamal and Kelly's young daughter named Paisley. And she basically tells him that she doesn't like this game that he was playing, because even though he admits that he's trying to be smooth and mysterious, she says that's not smooth, mysterious, or charming for that matter. It's annoying, frustrating, and just not cool that he was playing this game of like, oh, if you want more, come here. Like, no, that's not, we don't like that. Olivia doesn't like that. So after the married couple leaves, because Olivia does end up staying and having lunch with Kelly, Jamal, and Paisley, Olivia tells Vaughn that she likes the kind, sweet, funny guy that he was showing today during lunch. And because she says that this guy is hot. Plus he's so sweet with Paisley. And you know, she likes this side of him way better than the guy who is portrayed as arrogant and a jerk, because that guy is just fake. And they kind of agreed to be real with each other, and they start seeing each other. When Vaughn stops by Olivia's office a week later, he is shocked to find out that she is Luke Williams' daughter. he didn't see that coming. He doesn't understand why Olivia just won't use Luke's last name. And, you know, she explains to him she wants to earn her job and the credit that she gets, and not get it because she's Luke Williams' daughter. Vaughn tells her the reasoning behind that is, or her reasoning behind that is BS, because he has worked hard for his namesake. And, you know, because his mother was an addict and his father had a revolving door of women. But his point was he's worked hard to make something of himself. And, you know, they kind of get into a little bit of a heated, you know, Olivia starts kind of feeling like she's a little offended by how much, how Vaughn is taking this so personally. So they kind of agreed to just go and cool off a little bit and then come back later and then talk it out. Vaughn talks with Kelly about what had happened in Olivia's office, and Kelly sides with Olivia, explaining to Vaughn that as a woman she must fight for everything she's got in this business. And, you know, Olivia, she explains that Olivia doesn't want to think she has the position she has because of Luke. She wants recognition for her own talent, for being the talented seamstress that she is, for being the talent fashion costume fashion designer that she is. And, you know, she wants to show she's more than being just this famous former actor's daughter. And, you know, and Kelly reminds Vaughn that Olivia made this decision way before she's even met him. So, you know, this has nothing to do with Vaughn, and she reminds him that he shouldn't take these kind of things so personally. Realizing that he was wrong to do that, you know, he does end up apologizing to her because he didn't see it from her point of view. So Vaughn ends up taking Olivia to a private party to honor an actor named Christian Wolf, who Olivia knows since her dad has worked with him. And apparently it was supposed to be no phones at this private party, but somehow someone managed to sneak a phone in and they took a picture, and it was a picture of Olivia kissing, of Vaughn kissing Olivia's hand or something. And this picture was sent to her by Luke. Uh-oh, Dad saw it. Vaughn doesn't tell Olivia that he goes to see Luke. And I feel like him going to Luke to discuss Olivia was actually pretty noble of him. And, you know, he did it behind Olivia's back, but, you know, the fact that he's doing it, that he's actually coming up to Luke to discuss her, it shows that he could be the bigger person, and it shows that he is serious about her. And, you know, Luke tells him he isn't happy with the idea of Olivia dating Vaughn because he is famous. And because, you know, when you're famous, that comes with a lot with it. It comes with paparazzi, it comes with tabloids, etc. And, you know, Vaughn reminds Luke that Olivia is an adult and she only can tell him to, you know, hit the road. He just wanted to be honest and truthful about his relationship with her to Luke, because he does work for him with this movie that they're filming. So Natalie and Luke are having a conversation about Olivia dating Vaughn when Olivia comes by to talk with them. And she overhears Luke's judgment call about Vaughn's parents not being good people, and Olivia interrupts and tells Luke that that is just such a BS, horrible way to put on to Vaughn's character, because that has nothing to do with why she's with him. And Luke assures her that no one will ever be good enough for his daughter. Or because, you know, she is his daughter. So Luke tells her that he isn't upset or disappointed that she's with Vaughn. He just tells her that he's concerned about it. And you know, that does help ease her and everything. And, you know, she ends up staying there with her siblings and her parents just to have dinner. And Vaughn comes by because Natalie has invited him. And I think it's really cute because at one point, you know, like when he does come to the door, Olivia's younger sister, Chelsea, just kind of has a fangirl moment, which is so cute. Like, she has a swoon moment, like, oh my god, did somebody give me Vaughn Barrymore for my birthday? Like, I thought that was adorable. That was hilarious. Sorry guys, we're picking up from where we left off because it got really hot earlier, and then I had to help my husband with something, and then it just got really hot in my house, so that's why it's later on at night now, and I have this wardrobe change. So let's just go ahead and get back to where we were, or I'll actually restart from where I had left over from. Olivia and Vaughn spend a lot of time with each other, but they do have their moments. Vaughn doesn't like Adam and Olivia hanging out, or that they had hung out. He makes ridiculous assumptions about Adam and Olivia's friendship. And, you know, Olivia calmly, you know, she's actually being very calm when you know, he's coming at her with all these accusations, basically. And she calmly assures him that Adam is just a friend and nothing more, and that she is and that he is Vaughn's the only person that Olivia has been seeing. And then the media starts to hound Olivia, basically just starts to harass her. And then they mention that she is Luke Williams' daughter. So she has never told the media that the media knew that Luke is a dad, but they never had been photographed or anything like that. So she's never told the media about herself or anything like that, and as far as she knew, no one else has told the media as well. But somebody has, so there's a sense of mystery there, like who exactly is it that had said something. But Olivia does have to decide on whether or not she wants to continue to see Vaughn, who has admitted that he loves her, and she has admitted that she loves him too. Like, you do feel for her a little bit because she doesn't like the lies and she doesn't like the harassment that comes with being famous or dating someone who is famous. She does ask Vaughn for time for her to think about everything, much to his dismay. And, you know, Vaughn himself also has decisions that he has to make too. It kind of revolves back to the whole point of love requires sacrifice, but what are you sacrificing? For these two, it seems like it was their freedom in and out of the spotlight. And I was honestly happy I read this book. I was honestly happy that I finished it. This story kind of reminded me of the story of Olivia's parents, Luke and Natalie. In a way, like, it kind of reminds me of it, just in a way. But it was a nice callback through when they had mentioned how they had first met, because apparently Olivia never knew exactly how her parents had first met, and that is a very entertaining story. So you get a little bit of a gist of what had happened, and then but the whole book was not about how Luke and Natalie were. It's all about how Olivia's perception is about the being famous and everything, but at the same time it's her perception of hers and Vaughn's relationship and how it like evolves. So it's completely different in my opinion from her parents' story. But overall, I rate this book a 5-star rating. I'm very, very happy that I had read it. And again, I apologize about the interesting wardrobe change and the fact that it's a different time of day. So, yeah, so thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video.